Yeah. So for this experiment, we are trying to demonstrate whether or not there is life on Mars. And I see each of you have some Martian soil in front of you. And Diana, what are you going to add to your Martian soil?
I'm going to add yeast to my Martian soil.
Okay, and when you add your yeast, what are you going to mix with that Martian soil?
I'm going to mix sugar water.
Okay. And when you add sugar water to it, what do you hope to find?
Bubbles.
A little bit of bubbles released, okay. What will those bubbles be evidence of, Layla? What kind of gas do you think those bubbles would release from yeast? Carbon dioxide, good. So, when we tested soil on Mars, Logan, we were looking for aliens, weren't we?
Yes.
Were these intelligent aliens?
No, we were looking for algae.
Okay, were we looking for maybe a single-celled organism?
Yes.
Malcolm?
Yes, but...
Okay, when you feed a single-celled organism, what's likely to be released, Callie?
Gas.
Gas, okay. What are you adding to your Martian soil there, Callie? Are you adding...
Salt.
You're adding salt? Who's adding baking soda at this table? Malcolm? Who's adding yeast?
I am.
Logan. Okay, so I'm going to come over and I'm going to bring your sugar water. If your warm sugar water is not completely dissolved, just stir it up with your spoon a little bit here. I want you to add a little bit of water to each soil sample. Okay? So you're going to pass the cup of water around. And you're going to add a little bit to each soil sample. And then I want you to observe which one releases carbon dioxide gas. We're looking for evidence of alien life on Mars. Again, you're adding a third of water to each cup that has dissolved sugar in it. Just pour the cup in each soil sample. And here's your cup of water. So you're just going to take turns pouring this into each soil sample there, Logan.
Pouring this in there. Pouring this in there.
You got to first add your ingredients. So you're doing salt, so you'd pour this. Yep, stir it up a little bit. Now pour a little bit of your sugar water in there and watch for any carbon dioxide gas that might be released. Just actually pick up the cup and pour it in. Okay, so who wants to have the baking soda added? Okay, so we'd add that in. We'd stir it up. And this is going to be our sugar sample, or our salt sample. And we'll shake it up. And you're doing yeast over here. Put in your yeast. Shake it up. Okay, and then start adding your sugar water.
This smells strange.
Uh-huh.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so over here, we're going to add baking soda here. And shake it up. Add your salt here. Good. Shake it up there, Gary. Good job. Ryan, add your yeast. There you go. Shake that up a little bit. Good. Okay, now you're going to start pouring your sugar water in each. Okay? Okay, take your sugar water here and start pouring it. Actually, take the whole cup and start pouring it in each soil sample. I see you mixed that up really good, Tyler. Good job. This spoon is just for stirring it. Yeah. Just actually physically pour the cup about a third into each. So not the whole cup.
I'm going to pour mine.
That's good. Next. Pour it on in there, Tyler.
Will you stop that?
That's good. Pour it in there. Go ahead, AJ. Pour some in there.
Look like chocolate milk.
That's good. Let's add a little bit over here.
Can I get some more? Whoa,
There you go.
bubbling.
Uh-huh. Okay, what observations are we making here? Do we have any bubbles over here?
Mine's not doing anything.
You gotta pour some of that sugar water in each soil sample.
Mine's not doing anything.
Okay, just wait.
Mr. Ramsey, mine
Good.
smells like bread.
Good job, Caleb.
Smells like bread. Smells like bread. Smells like fresh bacon.
Okay.
Oh my god, it smells good.
Don't see any bubbles yet. You see any bubbles here?
Yes, yeah, tons of bubbles.
I keep waiting. A little bit. You still have some. Add a little bit. There you go. Add a little bit. There you go. Keep watching. Again, if there is evidence of any single cellular life in your soil sample, you should see a continuous production of carbon dioxide as that sugar is metabolized by the aliens. Okay.
Mine's bubbling. This is the only one bubbling. Mine didn't really do anything.
Okay, who has the yeast here?
Me.
Alright, Logan, let's see if we see any bubbles yet. I see a couple bubbles, but still not enough to suggest that there's life. Over here we see 1 or 2 bubbles. We need a continuous production of bubbles. And over here we see nothing, okay? Alright.
Somebody stirred mine in.
That's okay. It's alright. Just wait.
Is yeast alive?
Have a seat. Just hang in there. You're going to solve that yourself in just a minute. You're going to draw your own conclusions here. Okay. We've got some bubbles here. This is your container of yeast. This is your container of salt. And this looks like baking soda. Okay.
I'm a spy.
Okay, how we doing over here? This is our salt. And I'm seeing some bubbles from the baking soda. And I'm not seeing a lot from the yeast yet. A few bubbles. Okay. Good.
Can I take yours?
Very good. Excellent. Okay.
I did have bubbles.
Again, you can have a chemical reaction that releases an initial amount of bubbles, but if it's living, it should be continuous. You should have a continuous amount of gas released.
It's starting to bubble a little bit.
You have to give it time.
Yeah, that's
Give it a
what
little
I
bit of
did.
time.
That's what I did.
Give it a little bit of time.
Mine's nothing. Mine has
Give it a little bit
bubbles,
of
but
time.
nothing.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a bubble.
Let's see that.
Mine's not bubbling that much anymore.
Okay. Okay, over here we see our samples. Look. Pretty even between the baking soda and the yeast right now still. Alright. Does it? Very good. Okay. Now over here, I'm seeing quite a bit of activity from your yeast, Diana. So if you were to interpret, let's say, this soil sample here from this one, which is showing more activity?
This one.
Right. So we would probably surmise at this point that there's something in this soil that's producing more gas than this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Class, let's take a look at this sample over here to see how much bubbles have arose in this sample of Martian soil. Quite a bit of activity here. And as you wait, you're going to see more and more carbon dioxide gas create more and more foam in your cup of yeast. This is the kind of thing that we were looking for in our Martian soil samples. All right, Diana, good job. Way to go.